I think that feels like a nice package there.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at those phones lined up. It's Felger and Mazz on 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Any updates on where things stand with Christian Gonzalez, and are you guys keeping the door open with the Eagles for A.J. Brown?
No Gonzalez update other than I'll continue to publicly say that we want Christian here. And again, he's under contract, so we would expect that. But as far as players on other teams, again, going to keep the door open to anything that we think may improve our roster, whether that's with the player you mentioned or other players.
Brought to you by Best Ford in Nashville. Looking for great deals on a new Ford? Go to the Best First, Best Ford in Nashville, on the web at thebestford.com. We were thinking about doing 3 up, 3 down, but we scrapped it because of Rabel Rossini. We'd rather argue about that. But if, or I would anyway. So if we had done it, it would have been brought to you by our friends at Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Enjoy the game with the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Please drink responsibly. That was Elliot Wolf last week on A.J. Brown not exactly shooting it down, and Christian Gonzalez, which he reiterated, reiterated is under contract, and I hope he understands that, meaning you still have to show up. Before I go back to the phones, well, yesterday, the Patriots offseason program began, and he showed up. I was kind of surprised by that, Greg. I take it as a good...
I know you were.
I am. And pleasantly surprised. I think that's a good sign for them. What do you think of that situation?
I would say in most circumstances in my career, I would say that is an indication to me that both sides are playing nice, that there is at least some words from the Patriots assuring Gonzalez that they're going to take care of him at some point. I don't know that to be true. I still think, knowing how the Patriots operate, that it's more likely if they do this A.J. Brown thing, and it is for big money, that it's A.J. Brown this offseason, Christian Gonzalez next offseason, then Drake May. But maybe May, if they don't feel like they have to do anything in free agency next year, then they move May up, that sort of thing.
Okay, so again, they're making, under this plan, they would make Christian Gonzalez and Drake May wait a year longer than what's going on around the league. A lot of guys are getting paid after year 3. Will Anderson just got, was he after year 3 or year 4? I meant to look that up.
I think he was year 3, but I'll check.
Okay, so when was Will Anderson drafted?
I think they were the same draft class.
Okay,
which was the 2023 draft.
23 NFL draft. That's easy enough to find. Add Will Anderson, so that he was after his 3rd year.
Correct.
So in what am I trying to say? Christian Gonzalez's draft year, Will Anderson has already been paid. In a different draft year, but same circumstance. Sauce Gardner, Stingley Jr., okay? Those guys are getting paid after year 3. Smith and Jigba, from his draft year, already paid after year 3.
Yep.
So, in a fashion, the Patriots are making Christian Gonzalez wait. And you think you might be all right with that? I mean, again, based on yesterday, the answer would be, well, wherever they are, they're on good footing right now because he showed up yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I understand your point and how you've talked about this. I'm just trying to look at it from a Patriots perspective, because it doesn't really matter what other teams do. It's like, what are the Patriots going to do? And, I just think it's more likely that they sort of stack these things. And I don't know the finances of the other teams. Like, I think the Texans did Stingley Jr. last year. Maybe they're stacking guys. Witherspoon is this year, or Will Anderson. Sorry, Will Anderson's this year. Who knows? Maybe one of the wide receivers is next year. That sort of thing. And
don't you think Will Anderson, though, affects the Christian Gonzalez market, even though they're different positions? I don't.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know a lot of people
it affects it in his eyes.
I mean, maybe, but I know a lot of people are pants off around here around Christian Gonzalez. I'm very much with Gasper. His Super Bowl, the one pass breakup, the extension one over the middle, that was sensational. Not many players in this league can make that play. The other ones, I agree with Chris. Like, Gonzalez should have been beaten about 2 times for touchdowns in that game, but Sam Darnold kept throwing the ball behind JSN, which allowed Gonzalez time to come up and break up passes. In my mind, Will Anderson is a much more established and higher level player than Christian Gonzalez. He just is. I mean, Gonzalez with his durability concerns, out all offseason with, hamstring, his iffy play this year.
Greg,
I just don't think he's earned it yet.
I don't disagree with you. I'm talking about from how Gonzalez and his agents view it. Gonzalez and his agents look at it and say, wait a minute. Smith and Jigba, who was drafted three picks after our guy, just got shut down by our guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't watch the film.
I'm just telling you what the agents are going to say.
Yeah, right.
Our guy just shut him down, and he got paid.
Better player.
The other elite, there's 3 or 4 elite. This turned out to be a pretty good defensive draft. Will Anderson went 3rd. Devon Witherspoon went 5th. And
better player.
Witherspoon's going to get paid. But Gonzalez's people are going to say Anderson got paid, Witherspoon got paid. The guy he just shut down, Smith and Jigba, got paid. But no, we'll wait a year.
Right. My counter as the Patriots would be like, let's see your guy go through a whole offseason healthy and training camp and be ready for the season. Then we can talk.
Okay, well, interesting if that's where it's at.
So, look, they might...
Maybe that explains why. Okay, yeah, you want me to have a good offseason? Fine, I'm here.
Yeah, he's probably playing nice now. If you were him and you could get the contract now, would you set foot on the field again and risk an injury?
His agents are
I'm just saying
this has been my position. I know Gasper's surprised that I said this. Again, he has his final year, he has the 5th year option, and he has the franchise tag. The team have that hanging over his head. He needs to play. Okay? If he wants to sit out and be a jerk about it, and look, it's his business. He can do that. But I would not advise him to do that. I would tell him to go out there and ball out, and then he's going to get his money, and it's going to be in conjunction with how he's supposed to be paid out, meaning that the 5th year option, the franchise tag, all that stuff's going to be built into his contract. I just don't think that Christian Gonzalez has established himself yet to make demands. I could be wrong about that, but that's just the way I feel about the player.
And I'm just telling you, whether he's established himself or not, he's going to make them,
If I was advising him, I'd tell him once the games start for real, you're not playing.
What? He has to. He has to get a service time. I mean, he can do a Logan Mankins.
10 weeks, right?
Hold out, whatever, how long to get your service time.
So do that.
Fine. Go ahead and do it. And then, the Patriots will trade him probably before the trade deadline because I'll be like, no, we're not dealing with that.
And he'll get his money.
I'd do it now then. If this is where that's headed, I've been saying this all offseason. If that's where this is headed, just do it now. Okay, I promise your phones. Here's Ken in the car. What do you got for Bedard?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Greg, I love the stuff on DSJ as well. Great coverage. Yeah, no problem. So I just wanted to get to the point, guys. I mean, this offseason's been obviously full of ifs and whens and buts and whatever it is surrounding the Patriots. But the question for you guys, the panel, do you think Booty stays? I know he's been linked in trade talks with Jordan Schultz. Are they going to trade him at the draft?
Ken, thanks for the call. Get right to it. If A.J. Brown is in, who is out? Who should it be?
Booty. They play the same position. They don't need him. He's redundant. He doesn't really play other positions. He's gone. Simple. I mean, that just has to happen.
Yep. Just because of the redundancy of the position. But isn't he a better player than, say, Demario Douglas?
He's got the rapport.
Yes, but you're talking about if they get A.J. Brown, it's A.J. Brown, Romeo Doubs. Sorry, Kyle Williams. I mean, you don't love him. You guys think he's a bust. They love him. They think he's capable a lot. He was a 3rd-round pick last year. You have Matt Collins, and you're probably adding another. You're basically adding another wide receiver and a new 4-year contract, cheap, instead of Booty, and develop that guy behind A.J. Brown. That's what I would do.
Booty's got to go. Asset management. He's got to go.
You still think they're drafting a receiver high?
Oh, not high. I mean, I think that. Look, could they do it? Yes, and I've had this argument on Twitter with some fans because this isn't fantasy football. Like, you're not signing Romeo Doubs, sending premium draft assets, and paying A.J. Brown, and then spending like a 1st-round pick
right,
or trading up in the 2nd round for a wide receiver. No way. This isn't fantasy football. Like, I'd rather invest that in protecting Drake May. Like, I think, and people inside the building – they're fine with where the passing offense is right now without A.J. Brown. Like, they don't need, 2 more players. They want to see what Kyle Williams has. They're excited about him. And I would invest any other investment on offense. I'm doing in the offensive line.
I'm here to tell you that once they refamiliarize themselves with Kyle Williams on the football field, they're going to be a lot less excited about watching him play. Here's Eddie in East Providence. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah, Mike, how are you? With Greg on this one. It's obviously the Vrabel story. A 1-week story. In my mind, I'm 69, but because of the social media, even I'm into it. It's just nothing to me right now. And you're right, Mike. There are because of this, the word you use, vibrant TV reporters.
Yeah.
They're not there. I think because of this, it's like we're on to the next subject.
It's not really. They're not. You might be, and I'm not telling you what to be interested in or not. I'm just telling you what's getting consumed. And if you think that people don't care about the story, you're just wrong. Just because you don't care about it. And oh, by the way, I think you're lying to yourself. You don't care about it because you don't. And I'm not talking to you, Greg. I'm talking to people at large, that you think it reflects poorly on the Patriots, and that strikes you as a Patriots fan. So you get defensive about the thing.
You want to ignore it.
If John or Jim Harbaugh were banging Diana Rossini, trust me, you wouldn't have a problem with the story. You'd have fun with the story. But which is what we're doing, because I'm not in your world. I'm not doing it as a Patriots fan. But trust me, and you know I'm right, if Sean McVay were banging Diana Rossini, you'd have a good old time with the story.
Well, wait a minute.
We'll let that go for a minute. Here's Anthony in Connecticut. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys, Greg. I understand your point.
Example. I don't know what. Go ahead. Sorry.
I understand Greg's point of view. Like, I don't think people read Greg's blogs to hear him talk about infidelity, right? They want the X's and O's. But for Felger and Mazz, like, that's why people tune in. Like, I was almost shocked you guys didn't lead with it. I think when it broke, I don't think you guys did. But like, I think like for your show, it's perfect for your show. And do you guys think she ever gets hired again?
Yes, by something quote unquote
like Barstool
notorious. Yeah, I mean,
right.
She's not going to work for NBC, but either she's independent on the web or there's a million places.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I do. I think she lands on her feet. Jeff in Northampton, go.
Yeah, so Bedard, I think he's trying to fool us, and here's why. He just made a claim that he only covers stories that matter to the product on the field.
Me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the only product that matters to him is what happens on the field. But if that's true, then why not cover the story from that angle? Because there are those that do believe that this may affect the product on the field, the so-called Patriot way. So I don't know how you can talk out of sort of both sides of your mouth when this could have impacts on the players.
Go ahead, Jeff. Thanks for the call. You want to answer it?
So I would just say, he said that there are people who think it may impact the team on the field. I mean, there's a lot of things that might impact. I'm talking about, like, as soon as I have concrete information that it could affect the team on the field, I will report it. Or I do think that Mike Vrabel's distracted, or I hear from people, something like that. That's relevant. Just because people think it may doesn't mean it is. And plus, there's a lot of time between now and the season. And so if this was the middle of the season, it would be a lot different.
Okay. I don't think it's going to affect the team. I haven't spent hardly any time on that. I've spent hardly any time on what is he going to say to the team. I think he's got that stuff covered.
Yeah.
That's his absolute strength, is connecting with players and relating to players and communicating with players. He's got that. I'm not worried about that. And I don't think that it's really going to affect the team on the field. It's just an interesting story. Sorry. And again, sorry, you have to be a Patriots fan and you have to hear it. But it just is. And that's that. And I also have been fascinated. I think it's been for a week now, Mazz, much more to me about how they've managed the story.
Definitely.
Versus the story itself. Okay, infidelity in affair, like it isn't. Like the world will still spin on its axis. It's not the biggest deal in the world. I don't think that it is. I am fascinated, though, by how they've tried to manage it. And I think they've done such a poor job of it.
If he had just come out at the beginning
and continued to make it worse, go ahead.
And basically said what he said today, it largely would have gone away.
I have to have some hard conversations with my family and the team. He is just by saying that, he is tacitly, in tone and tenor, admitting he made a mistake, and he's going to do what he can to make it right. And if he had done that on day one, it's less of a story.
Correct. I mean, the initial shock of it is always going to have ripple effects that last a few days. But once you get beyond that, you move on. They just the way they played it was pouring gasoline on it. It's burned for 2 weeks.
That's the Patriot way, though, and that interests me too. As a team that I've covered here for a long time, deny, accuse. They just can't take it. They can't take anything at all. It's always, you hit me with the jab, I'm going to hit you with a roundhouse. And it's always lawyering up and PRing up, and that's how they handle themselves. And once again, it's blown up in their face. I'm interested in that story, too. And that's really more interesting to me over this last week than the canoodling in the hot tub, which is interesting in and of itself. But that does have a shelf life. The Patriots doing the Patriots thing, that's a gift that keeps on giving. You want to play 10 questions with Greg?
Sure, I'm in.
You want to talk about all the other stuff that's going on in the world of sports too, Greg?
That would be nice.
Busy sports time. We'll get to it, I promise, right after these words.
Felger and Mazz continue on the Sports Hub.
You want the answer? You've got to ask the
Do
question.
you have an opinion based on if you had to go with your gut, which way it would go?
Sometimes you have to ask it over and over and over again.
Why?
Is 10 Questions with Greg Bedard and Felger and Mazz on 98.5.
All right, 10 questions with Bedard brought to you by Naterno Home Services. Greg Bedard's choice for home services. Naterno, your local family-owned home service experts. When your house says, oh no, better call Naterno. Big Boy shows back up and the sponsors come back with them. See, Greg, we give the people what they want. It's all about the business. You're good for business, apparently.
Of course I am.
Okay, we're late. I'm late, as usual. We have to be extra quick. Give me the buzzer options, please.
I like New York. I'm just saying, I like New York.
Shocker.
Yeah, big guy, soft rod, regular rod. The hard rod.
Sure.
Who doesn't want one of those? We're talking pretzels.
It's pretty self-evident there, Greg. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm right. Yep. Keep that one. Thank you. Next. I'm holding back because I just don't want to go full Felger on you. Don't want to go. It's all about goaltending. It's all about goaltending. Hot goaltender. Dummies. Sorry. Don't want to go full Felger in your face. Go ahead. Next.
Last one.
These sticks are so whippy. Well, whippy. And flexy. Whippy.
Well, whippy.
What was that about?
They're whippy. I blame Hampus
Golf
Lindholm.
clubs?
I blame Hampus Lindholm for breaking his stick the other night on the clear. He must have done something wrong because he sucks.
I have something on that.
Next.
Maybe we'll get to it.
Go ahead. Number 10. These sticks are so whippy. Well, whippy. And flexy. Whippy.
Well, whippy.
Whippy. They're whippy. Number 10, Greg, you're a big football guy, obviously. Covered the sport for a long, long time. You've been involved in all facets of it, on the field and off. So I ask, do you enjoy the NFL draft?
Since I started covering the league, no. I hate it. It is, to me, it is a ridiculous production. I hate doing work on it because, look, they're between guys who are drafted, guys undrafted. You're talking about, 400 guys. How the hell am I supposed to watch all of these guys? And the teams have so much more information that actually matters about football character, off-field stuff. They have so much more information than us that actually it will tell you whether a guy's going to be successful or not, and they get it wrong all the time. What the hell am I doing? Plus, what really annoys me is that there's no place where you can go and get all 22 of these guys. If there was like we had the NFL product, there's nothing for college football. I would pay you hand over fist for all 22 cut-ups of these guys because then I would actually maybe know a little something.
Not really, no. I'm just interested primarily in who the team I'm interested in picks.
I like it, but I'm not like Barth and get pants off for it. I like it.
Well, let me sum it up. There's 4 million names out there. 4 million. Your team drafts 8 of them, and if you're lucky, 2 of them might be good.
Yep.
So what are we doing for like 6 months at a time playing with ourselves?
I'm with you.
It's ridiculous is what it is. Next. I'm sorry. I'm right. Fill in the blank. Fans who attend the NFL draft in person are...
So I'm going to answer this two ways. Fans right
so
now,
much for
the way
fat segment.
the way, sorry, the way that the draft is conducted now, going around to places, little L losers. The guys back in the day at Radio City Music Hall, where they were there all day long, capital L losers, dorks. And I knew a lot of them. I went to Rutgers. It was train ride.
I understand.
Yeah. Losers.
People who attend the draft in person are in need of serious help.
People who attend the NFL draft in person are Jets fans.
Yes.
Very good. I'm holding back because I just don't want to go full Felger on you. It's all about goaltending. It's all about goaltending. Hot goaltender, hot goaltender, hot goaltender. Dummies. Number 8. Would you do anything to improve the draft? Now, you could say either from like a team's perspective, the league perspective, like the actual process needs to be improved for the teams, or from the viewing experience by the fans. What would you do to improve the draft?
So me personally, I would love a dedicated channel where there's no grab ass and they actually announce the picks on time. I mean, day 2, round 2, round 3, they're bringing out all these people. They're like 15 picks behind. Can we just get straight picks and analysis just for the football people?
Faster picks. I know they went from 10 minutes to 8 minutes, and some teams apparently are pissed about that. I'd go to 5. Freaking move. Let's go. You've had months to plan for this thing. You should be ready to go. Move.
Put it back at Radio City Music Hall, because that's where you see the real monsters that have been hanging out there all day. And some of these places that they've done it, it's been kind of a disaster. It rained the whole time in Nashville. It was kind of a washout. And I had buddies that went to the one in Detroit, and they froze their ass off. Put it back at Radio City in New York.
Next.
I like New York. I'm just saying, I like New York.
Dan Patrick reported that the 2030 Super Bowl is headed to Nashville. In terms of Super Bowl sites, where do you think what tier will Nashville reside on? You know, like give me your top tier NFL sites and then tell me where you think Nashville will come in.
Okay, so my top tier that I would just like to rotate them among right now, New Orleans, Vegas, LA, and Miami. Okay? I do think Nashville's just below this, but has a real shot of overtaking like a Miami. It really depends on the weather that week.
Pretty much what he said. Vegas, New Orleans, and Miami to me are the top 3. And then after that, like I liked Indy. I thought Indy was pretty good. Nashville's got a shot. Nashville could sneak into tier 1.
Well, tell me, Jim, I haven't been there in a while. Where's the convention center? Do you think the whole thing could be walkable?
I think it's
everything
downtown.
will be walkable. Yeah,
because the stadium's downtown.
A lot will be at the Bridgestone Arena or whatever.
Yeah, that a lot. So I'd put tier 1 for me is Miami and Vegas. This would be tier 2 with New Orleans for me, and that it's walkable, everything's centralized. The weather is going to be the issue. It's only going to be like 50 degrees there in February.
Miami, New Orleans, Vegas is the top tier. Miami's pretty much climate based, but you know,
it's so good.
A chance to go sit on the beach. Nashville should be a tier 2 site. Next.
Yeah, big guy, soft rod, regular rod, the hard rod.
Sure.
Who doesn't want one of those?
Number 6, the Cowboys recently made Brandon Aubrey the highest paid kicker in NFL history at $7 million per year. Greg, acknowledging every team has a budget and you'd be working under a budget. What would you give Aubrey that contract?
So looking at the Patriots salaries, it would be the equivalent of paying Christian Ellis. I would pay Brandon Aubrey the same amount as Christian Ellis.
Oh, yes. So right, like that's Ellis makes $7 a year is what you're saying.
Yes, 100%. The way now, look, you could argue that more guys are kicking from 60 plus. He's the best of the best. That guy can nail them.
I say no, because kickers are like bananas. They go bad quickly. Do you think Brandon Aubrey is going to be the best kicker in the NFL 2 years from now? That feels a little high to me.
You said they're like bananas. I think they could.
You're crazy.
take it right up Mazz's.
How about an avocado then?
Yeah. Next, these sticks are so whippy. Well, whippy and flexy. Whippy.
Well, whippy.
Whippy. They're whippy. They're whippy. Tool bag question is where I was going to stick the, you drew the short straw here, big boy, because before Vrabel did his statement today, there was going to be no Vrabel Rossini for our 2 hours. It's going to be pure football. And this is where I was going to stuff the Vrabel Rossini conversation in the tool bag question, but so be it. Who in the Vrabel Rossini saga, who has been the biggest tool bag, or what group of people have been the single biggest tool bags, or what has been the single biggest tool bag move in this whole situation?
The people that are consuming this like it's their business and generating the clicks that you're looking at, which is enabling you to talk about it.
People.
So, yes, people.
You out there, folks.
Yeah, you out there who are consumed by this, because what this is really is, apparently 2 consenting adults. Yes, they're married. We don't know the status of any of that. But there's nothing improper about this relationship as far as sexual assault, workplace conduct, power, whatever.
Whoa. Rossini doesn't work for the Patriots or the NFL, but it's the next step down. You don't think that NFL reporters are considered the workplace?
No. How do we? I don't want to get into it because there's a whole side discussion that I really don't want to get into. But I don't know. No, I don't.
Okay, well, all right. So you people are the biggest tool bags. Got it.
Yeah. Including you, Felger.
I am also going with a group of people, but I'm going to call them the Patriots. Vrabel lied, and the Patriots tried to kill the story even though it was true.
So good.
The biggest tool bags are the nobody cares about this people. Due respect, Greg. The clicks and the buzz say otherwise. It's a big story. People are into this.
Lose.
If we went through Greg's phone and hard drive, where do you think we're seeing the clicks? Where do you think? Do you think that Greg's telling the truth, that he doesn't consume this story?
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of a difference. I cover the New England Patriots, and I'm in the media.
I see. Yeah. The biggest tool bags and the biggest tool bag move were the initial denials by Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. You idiots.
Yeah, probably.
You had 2 days to clear it behind the scenes. You couldn't, and then you decided to still go ahead with those ridiculous denials, gaslighting people and challenging people. Oh, those first 2 denials, those were the 2 biggest tool bag moves of the whole thing. Next. I'm sorry. I'm right. Like I said, I give you a chance to weigh in on some of this other stuff, Greg. Who do you blame for the Bruins' loss the other night? And what's their biggest problem going forward?
So I just blame where the Patriots, where the Red Sox are right now.
Bruins. Who's the single Bruins?
Oh, sorry.
Who do you blame the most for the Bruins' loss 2 nights ago? And what's their biggest problem going forward?
The defensive group. I mean, it's nothing new. They get panicky. That's what you saw in the third period. They can't withstand these relentless teams. We've seen it year after year. I guess that would be a Sweeney problem because he puts together this group. But, also they stopped playing. And I said to my wife during the game with 6 minutes left, I was like, are the Bruins going to try to play offense and get offensive zone possession for the rest of the game? Or are you just going to put this on Swayman?
So you started yelling at your wife. Good move. I would, yeah.
I mean, we were both sort of yelling at the TV. But yeah.
Who's most to blame?
Yes.
McAvoy and the Mazz line, because they played garbage. That's Middlestat, Arvidsson, Zaka for you, Greg. And what's their biggest problem going forward? I'm going to stick with McAvoy. Your franchise defenseman has got to be a franchise defenseman.
Go ahead. Defense, sucky giveaways, biggest problem going forward. They're the Bruins. They exist solely to fail in brutal fashion and make me mad.
We'll just do Greg for this because we're short. Yeah. I'm short on time. What's the Red Sox? Next one. Sorry. I'm holding back because I just don't want to go full Felger on you. What's the Red?
It's all about goaltending. It's all about goaltending. Hot goaltender. Dummies.
Sorry. What's the Red Sox single biggest problem?
It's where I was before the season. Their cheapness and not getting a big right-handed bat to sort of give you a little bit of breathing room. Somebody hit a freaking homer once in a while so they don't have to pitch perfect every night. They don't have to field perfect every night. They have to do so many things right, and they're not doing it right now. But I also don't love Cora either because he can't get this team ready to play ever to start a season.
Next.
Even the big burrito knows it.
I'm sorry. I'm right. Number 2, do the Celtics even have a problem?
No, because I'm not going to watch this series. This is a joke. But their only problem is if, like last year, they start jacking up threes when they have leads and they go cold. That's the only thing that's going to stand in their way.
Okay, more on this coming up later. Last one, Jimmy.
I like New York. I'm just saying, I like New York.
Mazz also says this is the best time of year in sports. Agree or disagree?
I think I hate to do it because I don't like Mazz that much, but yeah, I'm going to have to agree with him.
How about that?
Me too.
I thought he was going to disagree just because he didn't have it in him.
And not that I'm a big draft guy, but it's part of the whole tapestry. Masters, draft, Bruins, Celtics playoffs, Red Sox early season.
Got the Yankees.
There's a lot going on.
now you throw Vrabel and Rossini in a hot tub. Boom! Like, what a great time of year.
You got it all.
Back with more and the big boy and you and your calls right after these words.
Whee! Goalie fight.
Felger.
Whee! Look at the goalie fight.
Mazz.
Oh, my God.
Murray.
He sucks in the playoffs.
That's great. No.
98.5.
Wonderful. Good.
The Sports Hub.
Continue with your calls. A couple open lines if you want them at 617-779-0985. First, I'll just ask Greg, what do you want the Patriots doing this week? What should they be doing? And you can take that question wherever you like. Do you have a certain guy you want them to draft, a certain position, a certain approach, etc.?
So I want, and it just depends on how the board falls. I want either an edge or an offensive tackle with their first 2 picks. With however way, maybe it's likely edge is probably there. I think tackle, looking at that class, I'm not enamored with it. I do think there's some depth to it. Like they can get a guy who can, play right tackle, probably in the middle rounds. But like edge, I think you have the opportunity to get somebody there. I don't think it's a desperate need because this guy would be coming in basically fourth between Harold Landry, Draymond Jones, and Elijah Ponder. He would be next and sort of work his way up from there. But it's a pretty big need because of, Landry's not getting any younger, and we'll see what they get out of Draymond Jones. I agree with Elliot Wolf. They need a lot more speed and impact, and I see some guys there that, could give that to them.
I'll take a name or two if you got them.
Okay. Let me just look that up real quick. I do know,
who do you have your eye on, big boy?
Okay. So at 31, the guys I like at 31, Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. Explosiveness. He's violent, twitchy, has bend and quickness, gap penetrator. He looks like a Patriots in this system. Their type of guy there. R. Mason Thomas from Oklahoma.
We hit him.
Big board hit.
Violent, explosive, twitchy, a little undersized, but that hasn't scared me away. He's got a good first step. He's got some power. He would fit. Malachi Lawrence, UCF. Definitely violent, good quickness, a good athlete. Motor is a little inconsistent. Sometimes his feet stop, but I do think there's a big upside for him. He's 6'4.5", 253. But these guys do fit the bill. I will say some guys that I didn't love on film that I've heard other people mention. Zion Young from Missouri. I didn't love him. He's 6'5.5", 265. He's a bigger guy. I think the Patriots, Vrabel, and these guys, you look more at like Harold Landry. 6'2", 250, like violent, can move around. I don't see that with Zion Young. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I just don't think he's as twitchy as those other guys. I also didn't love Akeem Mesidor from Miami, who I think people have going in the top half of the first round. I thought that he, he's fine. I just don't see special with him. I really like Ruben Bain, even though he has the short arms and all that stuff. Dynamic power, big lower body. He was impressive on film. Mesidor, I think, kind of lived off Bain a little bit as far as the edge guys.
Trade up, trade down, or stand pat?
I would love to trade down because I think the guys that you're getting anywhere from 31 to 42, 43, they're all like basically the same. And, you can sort of pick, it depends on like what's there at offensive tackle or not. But what do you want to do, man?
I want to move up. They need good players. Move up. And more depth guys aren't going to do anything. You need some guys who can make a difference.
They need depth. They have no depth.
They need better players. They built some depth last year.
Jack and Canton, what do you got for Greg?
Yeah, I think the Patriots fan is in deep trouble with the Crafts, and here's why. The Crafts had to take the Patriots to the Super Bowl, and that wasn't something they planned for. That wasn't budgeted. That's an unbudgeted cost overrun. And now the Crafts are going to give extensions to Drake May and Christian Gonzalez. Bedard, how is that economically satisfactory?
Yeah, if the Patriots do a lot of this, whether it's, they do A.J. Brown and Christian Gonzalez this offseason, it's unprecedented, and I think we'd have to look at, it's a little bit different now because they got that cash infusion from the part of the team that they sold.
Yeah.
Or they're banking on more money from the World Cup, or that's not normally there, and they can justify it.
You're saying they would have busted through their 3-year cash budget.
Yeah,
they haven't done in a long time.
They're basically like right at it right now. I think they're like $4 or $5 million under. And I've talked to people with the Patriots, asking them about the budget. And I know the Crafts will poo-poo, who never said no. I think I got the impression that their football people have known not to ask for things because they're going to get told no. And I think that the current Patriots know that anything more than they've done right now, and I don't know if this includes an A.J. Brown or what, but that it would be a big ask. But I just don't know whether, hey, we really want to do A.J. Brown and or Christian Gonzalez this offseason. Can we have that? Yes, it's approved and in the budget.
So I'm still waiting to see how that money shakes out on A.J. Brown. I still think something's got to give, whether it's with what he's willing to take or if he renegotiated his deal, which would be rare. He's got guaranteed money this year. Usually those guys, and I don't blame them, don't touch my guaranteed money. Or Michael Wynn, who really isn't safe. I'm with Greg. I think something's got to give on the money, unless it truly is a new day. Tom and Newton, what do you got, Tom?
Yeah, hey, fellas, on the Vrabel story, I think people are, discussing this the right amount and are being rightfully critical. And relatively speaking, thinking back to Bill Belichick, I don't even think most Patriots fans know about every personal scandal that Belichick had. There were so many of them, and they're relevant with respect to the fact that, look, it doesn't help what's going on in the field. I don't think it's going to affect the Patriots this year, but when you have these kinds of things going on, it's not helping things. Like, I think back to, what was it, like Super Bowl 42, like Bill had whatever was going on with, like, the ex-wife and Linda and all that stuff. At the very end, it became a laughingstock when it all fell apart, but these are things that you should discuss because it doesn't help the team. It doesn't help you stay focused.
Well, it's like this. Listen, I'm not sure Vrabel's in this camp, but I think Belichick is. I think when you're a mess personally, it affects you professionally. Now, I'm not telling you I think Vrabel's reached that level. I think Belichick has reached that level. I think Belichick has lost it on a lot of different fronts, and it sort of comes through. So I think it's relevant in that regard. But
it's possible. I just think you need, just because someone's having affairs doesn't mean they're bad at their job.
True.
Or they're distracted.
True.
I mean, not only athletics, but big business and Congress and all this stuff. I mean, yeah, sometimes they are. I mean, I can just tell you, like, there have been coaches, owners that I've covered. For example, I'm not going to name the name, but there was a coach that I have covered that I know was driving strong to the hoop on a big time national TV reporter, like, all the time. I don't know how far it went, but, like, should I report that? Like,
you'd get some business.
I mean, like, Bill.
You'd get some
just
leadership.
Bill. I mean, his own history. I mean, he got into a workplace relationship with the Giants, was brought into a divorce proceedings, let alone what went on here. Like,
and you don't think that that's newsworthy? Let me tell you.
Somewhat. I mean, yeah, if it's in the courts and he's testifying,
let me tell you, it's newsworthy. I've said this many times that, the Bill Belichick has always been linked back to the Giants. And I think Bill would have given anything to go back to the Giants. I always heard the Giants.
Yeah, I told you that.
Was it you?
Yeah.
The word from the Giants, I think I heard it elsewhere too, is that the Giants, the Tisch family or the Mara family, is like, no effing way. After the way you carried yourself here, no.
Right. I mean, but that goes along with don't crap where you eat.
All I'm saying is that's a story. And that's
sure it is
kind of relevant to football.
Yeah, but we're not doing 2 weeks of talk radio on it.
If I were in New York, I would. And don't tempt me. I'll do it right now. Thanks for coming in, big boy.
Can I add one thing?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Because, offensive line play, all that stuff. I did want to talk about, like, the tackles real quick.
Uh-oh.
Guys I like for them, some of these guys I don't think are going to be there. Spencer Fano from Utah. Monroe Freeling from Georgia. Really like him. 6'7.5". Caleb Lomo from Utah.
Nice long arms on that one.
Yes. Max Hennitor, Arizona State. I would be in on him at 31.
Ooh.
Yay. I would be in on him.
I was going to say another one Vrabel got his hands on.
A guy that I've heard linked to the Patriots a lot by these, Phil Perry and these guys. Blake Miller, Clemson. No. I don't see special in him. He's fine. He's plug and play. I don't see much from him. Caleb Tiernan, I would rather have from Northwestern.
I didn't like that Miller kid either.
I do not like Caden Proctor from Alabama. He looks lazy, and he was heavy, and it gives off Trent Brown vibes. But I wanted to say, the guy that I absolutely loved for the Patriots, and I don't know where he's going to go. And some people see him as a guard. Bob McGinn has him as a second or third round guy. The guy Jennings Dunker from Iowa with the big red hair, the mullet, the mustache. I absolutely love that guy on film. He is exactly the type of glass eater, bite people's kneecaps, like all that stuff. He could play right tackle. He could supplant Owenu at right guard. He's the type of guy you just bring him in, let him go, and see what happens.
Vrabel tagging Rossini in the hot tub in Arizona doesn't do it for him.
But
no. This
the glass eater.
The glass-eating guard.
Jennings.
Here he comes. He's a glass eater.
That's what does it for the big boy. Thanks for coming in, Greg.
No problem.
See you later, Greg.
See you guys.
Okay, we'll reset. Vrabel to the podium today. Surprise appearance today in front of the media. What he did, what the fallout is. Also next hour, we get to the Bruins heading into Game 2 tonight. The Celtics heading into Game 2 tonight. The Red Sox heading into a 3-game set against the Yankees tonight. There's a lot of things to get to. We'll take your calls on all of it. You want to weigh in on any of those things? This is the hour to do it. 617-779-0985 to you off the top of the hour.